Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be starting some tillage on the corn ground. Just got the duals back on yesterday. I dropped the stock chopper off yesterday too, so it's a little muddy. I think we got 1.5 inches of rain the other day, like Monday or Tuesday, and then some snow. It's starting to melt out and everything, but hopefully it's dry enough to start tillage. So let's fire this whole girl up. It's been, well, today's really nice. It's low 30s, upper 20s, low 30s, so shouldn't have any issues. Let's see how she fires up today. Fired up right away. But I'm gonna let this thing warm up a little bit, clean some of the mud off from roading it down the gravel roads yesterday after driving through fields. And we're gonna go hook the chisel plow up. Just moved it a little bit to the fuel barrel. I got half a tank, but my grandpa did end up getting some fuel in this for us, so might as well fill it up so I don't have to come in as soon. So let's see how much fuel it takes now. We got her filled up. About 48 gallons of fuel, so it took me about 48 gallons to stock chop, so that's kind of crazy. Didn't think that thing took that much power, but I guess it did. So hooking up to that John Deere disc chisel right there. So yeah, hope everything works. There isn't too much to grease on it, but we got to grease it before we start too. So we'll get that thing hooked up and grease it up. Over the year, it seemed to have settled a little bit in the ground, and I don't feel like going to get a jack, so keep a chain in the tractor, wrap it around the hitch there like that. I keep my planter bar hooked up all the time just to prevent the 3-point arms from bouncing around everywhere, so makes a good lifting point. So we'll go lift that 3-point up, and should be pretty close, or a lot easier to get on then. Finally got it hooked up. It makes it a little easier with that 3-point in the chain, but it doesn't make it easier, I guess. But I got it hooked up. So our other tractor there has buttons on the back fenders for the 3-point, so you don't even have to get back in the cab. That one's a lot easier to use, but this one doesn't have that. So I'm gonna drag it up to the shop here, grease everything, and then I might start chisel plowing. Well, I think there's only 6 grease zerks on this thing, and that's the discs up front, so makes it pretty easy to grease when there isn't much to grease. But we're gonna start on this north side here, get those done, because I'll run all these 3 fields in a row then, one after another. We don't have a lot to do, but it'll keep me busy at least for a day, maybe 2, I don't know. We'll see. It's 1 o'clock right now. So yeah, we'll just get after it, and hopefully I can chisel plow pretty easy. With that rain we got, it might be a little wet, but hopefully the corn stalks stopped a lot of it. But yeah, let's see what happens. Well, I've been going for about an hour and a half now. I don't know, say I got maybe a third of this little field done, so not going too bad. Ground's definitely saturated, but I'm not picking up too much mud. Doing a decent job. It's not turning it over great, but it's digging it in. Should work out really well once we hit it with the cultivator next spring. But yeah, everything's going good so far. Just a bunch of more hours to go, but it is what it is. I'll keep chipping away at it. Well, I don't know what kind of hole was up here. Kind of can't really see it, I guess, in front of the tractor, but there's some big animal pockets in this field, I've noticed. I don't know what kind of animal it is, but they're big dirt mounds and all that stuff, so I'm just covering them up, so hopefully they can dig their way out if they want to get out. But everything's going pretty good. There's another one right there. I don't know, that hole's probably about the size of, it's bigger than a softball, about a football maybe size. They're decent sized holes, but I've noticed a bunch of them. So, interesting animals out here, that's for sure. Well, I'm just making some new tracks and these other free fields here. It's starting to get dark out. It's only 4:30 just about, so I wanted to get some good rows going, so if I do decide to move over when it's dark out, I already have a straight line going. Don't know if you can see, but the deer are already out. There's about, I think, 5 of them out here, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, just making some paths, and it'll be dark here pretty quick. Well, there's, I think, the biggest buck I've ever seen on this property. So that's kind of cool. Just gonna chase him down, continue my row. Yeah, he's pretty good size for here. Can't really see him on the camera as well, but yeah, that's cool to see. I'm almost done with the body of my 4th little field. I'm just doing the bodies right now. I don't want to do the headlands in the dark. I want to be able to see a little bit better so I don't run into anything, hit a fence post, or there's a bunch of hay bales up there that are wrapped. I don't really want to hit any of them for the neighbor either, so I'm just going to wait on the headland passes until tomorrow morning. Doing a really nice job. I wish it was rolling the soil over a little bit more than it is, but I probably just need new shanks on it, new shovels, so that's easy enough to fix. I just got to go buy them, but these are working good for now. Maybe I'll do that next year if I'm motivated enough and remember. But yeah, everything's going real well. Got a little over half a tank of fuel. My coolant gauge isn't really going up too much. I don't know if my thermostat's going out in it or if it's just that cold out. But yeah. So I think once I finish this field, I'm gonna call it a day. Looks like there's some eyes right in there, so there must be a deer or something looking at me. But yeah, I'm gonna get this one done. It's 8:30, so I'd say I'll be done by 9 o'clock, and there is a deer there. I don't know if you can see it or not. We'll pick back up in the morning and I'll finish out tillage.